Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Applied Thermodynamics lab. And myself, Krishna Verma, working as Assistant Professor in the Department of Mechanical Engineering. And he is Kamlakar Reddy, working as a teaching assistant for the lab of Applied Thermodynamics. And we will be starting the experiment from today onwards. And first experiment will be the assembling and assembling of internal combustion engine. Okay, so the various lab experiments we will be recording one by one and we will be explaining to you. Okay, first we will start with the assembling and assembly of the internal combustion engine. So we know that it is an internal combustion engine and particularly it is a diesel engine. So how we can say it is a diesel engine? So if you observe the engine, it is provided with a fuel injector. That's why we can say that it is a diesel engine. Okay, and every engine has got a parts. Like it has got three major parts, which is the cylinder head. Up to this part, it is the cylinder head. Then we have body of the engine, that is the cylinder and piston, etc. And crankcase. This is the crankcase. This portion is the crankcase. And after that, we have a base at the bottom, which is fitted to the floor of the room. Okay. So there are bolts, etc., for fitting the engine. And other components of the engine are flywheel. This is the flywheel. And we have the timing gears here. We will open this. And from the end of the flywheel, we will get the power. So let us see what are the various components and how do they function and what are the function of each component, etc. Okay, so we'll start with the top. We'll start with the top, and here there is a cover. This is called as head cover. It is fitted with the bolt. We have to open this bolt first, and then we have to open this cover. There is a lever here. This lever is called as decompression lever, which I am operating now. This lever is used for free movement of the crankshaft. Okay. So for starting of the engine also we use this decompression lever. Why the name decompression lever is that it decompresses the air which is inside the cylinder so that the engine can start very easily. The crankshaft can run very smoothly. Okay, so for that purpose this decompression lever is used. And we have the cylinder head. This is the cylinder head. There are bolts. So if you can see here, this is the cylinder head. Inside the cylinder head we have valve and valve actuating mechanisms. So you can see these are the rocker arm mechanism. This is the rocker arm mechanism. You can see these are used for opening and closing of the valves. Okay, so this is the outer cover for cylinder head. Cylinder head cover. It is called as cylinder head cover. And you can see here these are the valve actuating mechanisms. These are the rocker arms. This is the tappet. This is the tappet mechanism, which is for controlling, for opening and closing of the valves. And we have, you can see these are the two valves. These are the two valves, inlet valve and exhaust valves. I think it is not possible to see. Once the cylinder head is opened, I will show you. This is the fuel injector. So it is connected from the fuel pump. It is connected from the fuel pump to this part here. From the fuel pump, fuel will come to the injector, and with the help of this nozzle, the injection will be taking place inside the combustion chamber. Then we have cylinder head. So you can see the valves here. These are the valves. So this complete part is called as cylinder head, and you can see these are the two valves, and here one may be inlet valve, one may be the exhaust valve. Okay, so here these are the valves, the other side is the valves, and these passages, some may be for lubricating oil inside the cylinder head, cooling passages, etc. This will be inlet manifold. It will suck the air from the inlet manifold and into the engine. The air will come from inlet manifold to the inlet valve. Through the inlet valve, air will go inside the engine. So you can see this is the piston. Piston consists of two parts. This is the piston crown, and this part is called as piston skirt. And these are the piston rings. This is the place where piston rings will sit. There are no piston rings now. Piston rings are not there. Okay, anyhow, 1, 2, 3. 3 piston rings are there. Here there is one circlip which will come for locking the piston. Okay, so here there is a pin which is called as gudgeon pin. Gudgeon pin, what is the purpose of gudgeon pin is that you can see this is the connecting rod. So the piston will be resting inside the cylinder. Yeah, the piston will be moving inside the So this is the cylinder liner. Inside there is a piston. Okay, the piston will be moving from top dead center to bottom dead center like this. Okay, but when the engine is vertical, it will be moving from top dead center to bottom dead center. Now I am putting it is horizontal for showing you. Okay, the piston cannot come outside like this because it will be stopped by the crankshaft and connecting rod. Okay, now the piston is at top dead center. The piston is now at bottom dead center. The piston now again it is at the top dead center. Again it is at the bottom dead center. Okay. So this is the cylinder liner and piston assembly. గర్జన్ పెన్ ఉందా మన దగ్గర బోల్ట్ పెట్టేసా So this is the connecting rod. This connecting rod is of I section generally. If you see, it will be in the form of I section like this. Okay, this is the big end and this is the small end of the connecting rod. Okay, generally this is forged. This is a forged component because forging increases the strength of the connecting rod. Okay, and these are the two bolts, connecting rod bolts, which will be connecting the upper half and lower half of the connecting rod. Where if you can see, this connecting rod will be fitted into the crankshaft. So you can see here the connecting rod is connected to the crankshaft here. The upper half will be sitting on the crankshaft and lower half will be connected with the bolts. So this is the crankshaft. This is the crankshaft. Okay, and this is the camshaft. Camshaft will be having a lobe on the top, so it is used for actuating the valve actuating mechanisms. It is used for controlling the lubricating oil, and it is also used for controlling the distribution of air, and the fuel pump timing will be controlled by the camshaft, and also the cooling water pump is also working on the camshaft. So these are the various functions of camshaft. Okay, then how camshaft works? Okay, so here the camshaft, when it is rotating, okay, it will open and close the valves. So when the crankshaft is rotating, the camshaft also rotates. Okay, when crankshaft rotates one revolution, camshaft rotates by half revolution. Okay, and the opening and closing of the valves will be taken care by the camshaft. So you can see when the crankshaft is rotating, you can see here they are opening and closing of the valves. These tappets, they open and close the valves. These are connected to the valves, inlet valves, and it is connected, the tappet is connected to the rocker arm, and from the rocker arm, the valves are opened and closed according to the timing of the crankshaft. Okay? That is how valves and valve actuating mechanisms are working. So you can see that the crankshaft is connected to the connecting rod. Okay, and here this surface acts as a bearing surface. It is coated bearing. Okay, like it acts as a smooth surface. It should be smooth actually because of the dust falling here. It is looking like this, but it will look like a glazy surface. It provides some support to the connecting rod, because when the piston is moving downwards, there is a lot of load that is exerted on the connecting rod. There is a lot of load exerted on the crankshaft. That load will be taken care by this bearing surface. Lubricating oil will go into that, and it will lubricate the surface. And also you can see. So you can see some holes here. These are the holes. Through this, the lubricating oil will go into the connecting rod, and this surface will be lubricated. Otherwise, there is a lot of friction that will be generated. Yes. Here you can see there is a hole here. So through that hole, the lubricating oil will go into that, and it will go past the crankshaft, and it will lubricate the crankshaft, and it will fall into the crankcase. Okay, so that is there is a connection from the lubricating oil pump to the crankshaft. Through that, lubrication will take place. Now you can see the other part of the engine, that is a crankcase. You can bend this. You can bend this. ఇది పడిపోతుంది. నువ్వు అడ్డుంటే కాదు, అడ్డు అట్లేగాలి బెంచి ఇలా బెంచి క్రాంక్ కేస్ చూపిస్తామని.
area. This is a triangle.
పట్టుకోను పైకి పెట్టి పైకి ఇలా బెండ్ చేసి పెట్టు. సో వెదర్ ఇట్ ఈస్ విజిబుల్ ఆర్ నాట్, ఐ డోంట్ నో. So you can see here inside the engine. So this is the area where it is called as a crankcase. So oil will be there in the sump. This is